Hello everybody, it's your boy N here. I'm coming at you guys with another YouTube video. So in today's video, it is going to be the new best EXP farm within the first Descendant. Now this is after the Ultimate Valby and Luna patch. So this is the new freshest thing currently in the game. So without further ado guys, let's get right on into today's video. Before we do that real quick, please do use my creator code which is on screen right now, or use the top link in the description to support me on the Nexon Creators website. Other than that, a link for my Discord server will be in the description. But with all that out of the way, let's actually get on into this farm, what you're going to need and how to do it. So for this farm, there is two types of descendants that you are going to need. You're going to need a chill descendant or an ice descendant, which currently in the game there is literally only one of them, which is a Viessa or ultimate Viessa. Then for the second type of descendant, you're going to need a non-attribute descendant. Something either like Ajax, Enzo, Glay, Jaber, Kyle, or Valby or Yunjin. I hope I didn't butcher that, but yeah, you can use any of these descendants because they are non-attribute. And for the config on them, it's going to be very simple. So I'm going to show you where you need to go, what you need to do, and all of that good stuff. So let's get on into that. Beginning with Viessa, you are going to need a config something similar to this. So you essentially just need to have a good amount of skill cooldown, a lot of range, and a lot of damage. So we've gone with the cold snap watch for a ton of damage. Nimble finger still is not maxed out, but my actual config is now because I've upgraded it. MP conversion, focus on chill, skill extension and expansion, and maximize range just for maxed out range, which is essentially all you need for this build. If you want to go fancy with it and add some extras in and make it even more powerful, please feel free to do so, but this is the base config that you are going to need with Viessa at a minimum. Now with Viessa being the heart and soul of this farm, it is important to have Viessa be the strongest she can be, whether that needs your crystallization catalysts or whether it needs your energy activators. I do strongly suggest investing in Viessa. Even with that base template I showed, that's like an absolute base, so the more you put in her the better, and with this farm you are not going to be disappointed with the results whatsoever. So for Ajax or any of the non-attribute frames, and I also realized I forgot to mention Luna is also a non-attribute frame. I keep saying frame, descendant, god, what is wrong with me? But yeah, so with them you can run quite literally anything. The only important descendant in this farm is going to be the Viessa, and the other three players in the lobby can essentially run whatever they want, but I do have some slight recommendations that I'm going to throw in. So for the location, it's going to be the Vespers on hard mode, of course. You could run it on public, but it is better to run it on private because you don't want to drag people into this that aren't farming or ruin someone else's gameplay. So I'm just going to switch over to a private lobby real quick and then I'll actually get back to you. Okay, so now we've private lobbied up, let me show you what you actually need to do for this. So you're just going to want to jump down from here, and the player with the non-attribute descendant is going to want to just literally hit the void fragment thing, and I'll show you some gameplay of it in a moment after I've shown this. But what they are going to do essentially is just start the mission, that's it. So the Viessa is just going to stand over here and use her ultimate ability, and you are just going to wait for the game to essentially kill all of the enemies. And once Viessa has killed all of the enemies, as you can see over there, once it brings up the fact that you can hit the void fragment, all you're going to want to do is literally just press escape, abort mission. What that will do is just restart the mission, and then sorry, it will not restart the mission, it will make you quit the mission, and then the player standing right next to the fragment is just going to hit it again, and it is literally as simple as that. It takes less than 10 seconds if you've got a good Viessa. With this, in my testing, I was able to get two descendants, that being Ultimate Valby and Luna, from rank 0 to rank 40 within 25 minutes of playing, which is insanely fast. That is, I believe, faster than the Valby farm, if not on par with the Valby farm to an extent. So we basically have our new Valby farm is the statement I'm going with. So you can see how fast this is going, and even just now if you look at the XP in the top right, you can see how fast it just shoots all the way up per run, and you just restart the mission and it just goes shooting up again and again. It is amazing how fast this farm is, and let me show you what it looks like from the perspective of the other player. So this is what the farm is going to look like from the perspective of the other player. So what you are going to want to do is the following: literally just shoot the fragments so that the mission starts, and then what you're going to want to do is keep an eye on the Viesa. I was about to say the Valby. Yeah, so you can keep your eye on the Viesa. As you can see, once that red line pops up on the top, abort mission, and you can literally shoot this thing immediately again. You can hold the ability out with Luna if you want to, you know, grab yourself more XP for your Descendant. If you want to grab some more weapon XP, you are able to essentially just put the ability down and just hold your gun out, and you will basically get as much XP. I literally just leveled up right there. See, look at that, perfect, nice and easy. And you can basically just keep doing this, abort mission, and just restart, reset, and repeat. Now that I've gone over the essential gameplay loop, which is essentially this, let me show you a few extras that you can add in if you want to make it maybe a little bit better for more players. One thing I can recommend is having a Valby also be in the farm as the gameplay shows on screen. So with Valby, what you'll be able to do is essentially run the circle around the edges of where the enemies will spawn, and then once the enemies do spawn, it will look something a little like this. If the Valby has a good config on it, even the config that you will have ran for the regular Valby farm would have been more than adequate for this situation. The config I'm running is on screen right now, something a little bit similar to this. So if you were to be running this on Ultimate Valby, it is more than enough to basically just keep going. You're just going to want to keep following the same method, doing the first wave, aborting mission, and repeating. Now even with Valby and Viesa, it makes it faster, so this is something you can add for a third player if you want to add in. You can have 2 Valbys if you want, but I think 1 Valby is more than enough, especially if you're running the config that I have on my Valby right now, which is more than good enough for this farm. Now the other thing I can suggest is if you've got a 4th player, you know, do what you want with him. You can come as literally any Descendant. You'll always have space for 1 leech within this farm, which is something I think is kind of good, because a lot of players do look to leech, and I don't know about how I feel about leeches myself. I'd prefer it if everyone was doing something, but you know, you win some, you lose some. Now again with this, if you are the Viesa or you are the Valby in this, you will be getting decent weapon proficiency as well. I'm going to make another video detailing the weapon proficiency on how much you can get from this farm anyways, so please do stay tuned to that. Anyway guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. This is more or less the entire farm, and I do hope you have enjoyed. If you did, please do smash that like button, and if you are new here, consider subscribing. If you learned something, please let me know in the comments. If you're going to be using this, or if you're looking for players to play the game with, meet them in the comment section below. Let's start a recruiting chat right there, right now. But anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed. If you did, please do smash that like button, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!